Yo, guys, welcome back to InControl podcast. It's me, James, with my co-host Matthew and Jason. Before we get into the menu, I want to wish everyone a happy New Year. God bless y'all. What do you people say? People don't say God. Do people say God bless for New Year?
Um,
Happy New Year.
just say Happy
Yeah,
New
I know.
Year.
After,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Happy New Year, but like, oh, what do you do? Wish all the best and blessings. What I don't even know what people say. Like,
I think it's just Happy New Year.
yeah.
To
So
the
Yeah.
New Year.
okay, I said Happy New Year, everyone, but yeah, okay, that works. Um, Also new mic. Shout out for the Christmas gift. So into the menu.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, we thought this was gonna be a small episode, but um, pretty stacked. We're not gonna go over every single thing that we missed because we were off for 3 weeks for Christmas break. Was it 3 weeks or four?
I'm pretty sure it was like
4.
3.5.
And 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go over some stuff like that's important, but we're not gonna go over everything. But it's still a pretty stacked episode.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we got Toronto FC. Obviously some very big news we gotta talk about there. York United, some CPL news, just Canada soccer news in general. We're gonna go over some transfers, um, and then just stuff in general about Canada soccer, about the camps, and then obviously our prem predictions. So,
Before we get into the menu,
yeah.
actually, we gotta talk about our jerseys. So basically, we got
yeah.
jerseys for a video we did that we released on Christmas. So you can watch that. What was it called again? What did we actually end up calling it? InControl Christmas Special Opening Mystery Mystery Football Kits.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the link will be in the description if you
Get it
want to
to
watch
10
that.
likes. Let's get
Yeah.
it to 10 likes.
Let's get that video to 10 likes, and then we'll post the Thick Boy tier list. How's
Yeah.
that?
It's not like we've asked that for every
Yeah,
time.
but we haven't hit the targets, you know?
That's true.
We gotta
That's
hit the
true.
targets, and then we'll
hit the
release it,
targets.
you know?
Jason, have you seen our video, Christmas video?
No.
That's how dedicated Jason is to the channel. Jason, do you remember the
am
name of your team you're wearing? Oh, never mind. it says on
Nottingham
your-
Forest.
It
The
says on
fuck?
your. It
There
says
we
on
go.
your
We got
jersey.
two wins.
Nice.
Championship titles.
Two Champions
whatever.
League, yeah.
Champions League wins. Championship titles. I don't really know. Is it called a title?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
technically
they
it's a
kind of.
title, but
It's
it's
technically
gotta
like more.
specifically be
It's more like a
that.
cup.
Championship Cup? 2 cups.
A
That
Champions
sounds
League,
kinda
yeah.
weird.
Because technically winning the Eastern Conference semifinals or the finals counts as you won the Eastern Conference, but you're not gonna say you won 2 titles.
Yeah.
Because that then they're gonna think you mean the actual league. So you
Mhm.
gotta say Champions League.
2 leagues.
Had to put in
two-
hockey terms for him.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with Toronto FC. Everyone kind of knows about this, so we're not gonna go crazy in depth about it.
Mhm.
But everyone knows, obviously, recently Insigne, it's 100% confirmed, right?
Yes.
He signed it.
Mhm. Bro, there's a
he
video
comes in.
of him signing it, bro.
Where's the? Do you know is it July or June he comes in? I don't know the exact
June.
date when yeah, but do you know the exact? Is it June 1st?
It's probably
like,
June
dead on?
1st. Yeah.
I think
Yes,
it's
June
dead
1st.
on June
Sorry,
1st.
July 1st.
July 1st.
Mhm.
Obviously, big signing. But we also need to still build around him. We're not just gonna be elite competitors now. We still gotta add some pieces.
Mhm.
Which we're gonna talk about some of those big pieces, other big moves that are gonna potentially happening.
But we did sign
In
him
terms
on
of
for 4 years.
like people are already saying it's like a top like one of the best signings of all time, and I would disagree with that. There have been so many like bigger signings in MLS. I know people are kind of playing on the fact that it's because he's like kind of in his prime. 30, I guess, is kind of in your prime. But when David Beckham came, it was like is way bigger than this. When
Mhm.
Thierry Henry came, is way bigger than this. When Ibra came, it was bigger than this. Well, at least I think, in my opinion. Not saying in terms of a media attraction, but just in general, how big of a transfer it was and how big it was for the league.
Mhm.
I think that those three would be ahead of him. Also, other ones, obviously Lampard, Pirlo, Kaká, all those ones.
But that's not quite fair because he still hasn't played yet, right? So we like know how all those other transfers have turned out.
No,
We
they're
don't
not
know
talking about
exactly
in
how this
terms of like
transfer's
how
gonna.
good they're gonna be, just how big like reputation wise and stuff.
Yeah, I think you're just like kind of like shitting on Insigne, honestly. Like he's a really good player. He just won the Euros.
You're putting on the level of Beckham, Thierry Henry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic,
Like Zlatan, I feel like
Lampard,
at the
Pirlo,
time
Kaká,
at the
David
time where
Villa.
Zlatan was, oh, David Villa for sure. That Insigne is bigger than David Villa right now, for
I'm talking
sure.
about it. I'm not saying right now. I'm saying
Looking
ever.
like
Like,
at where David Villa was when he signed for New York City FC, and looking at where Insigne is right now,
but that's
I
just saying
think
the
Insigne
prime.
is bigger.
Yeah, but then is he bigger? But he's not bigger than like the other foreign
I
names.
do think he is at the same level as Ibra. I
He's
think.
not. No,
I think.
Ibra's.
Yes,
Are
because
you?
how old is Ibra now?
We're not talking about how good they are. Talking about how big of a reputation. You know that Ibra, the reputation Ibra is. Ibra's like an all-time player. You're not gonna say Insigne
Ibra
is an
is
all-time player.
40. He would have signed at LA Galaxy at 38,
Doesn't
right?
matter the age. I'm talking about it's even then. He's still big. More people know Ibra than Insigne.
I think people know Ibra because of his personality and not just like his ability.
Dude, do you know how much goals this guy's scored? And but
Yes.
that's part of the signing. Just like Beckham, if he was like just did nothing and just stood there, had no personality, he wouldn't be David Beckham. Like that comes with the person. That comes with being a big signing.
I just
Comes with
think
the personality.
no, I think you're still like wrong about this. I think people are really gonna shell like you'll see like things happening for Insigne when like on June like we'll see more happen
Insigne
closer to
over
when he actually comes
Ibra's
over.
insane.
Because when Ibra signed, they made this big thing about it, right? Like
Yeah, because
they
it's
had
big.
like huge announcements and shit. He was on like talk shows and shit. That can't happen
Yeah.
yet because Insigne is not here. Once Insigne gets here, I think we'll have like a bigger fucking thing. Like it won't just be like us like announcing it on Instagram or anything. And also it kind of helps that
Yo.
Ibra was more of a shock signing, and Insigne's we like kind of knew that it was happening for a little bit.
Well, no, when it was first announced, it was a shock.
No, because it was just rumors, right? It could
Yeah,
be
and those
wrong.
rumors were shocks. Like
Yeah,
people were shocked by the
but
rumor.
Ibra, I don't think there were I don't think there were many rumors when he was signing. He just signed for the team. Then everyone was shocked at the same time as the signing actually happened. So I think that's like a little unfair for Insigne to be like, oh, like all these players had more of a thing. Like people were really
Like
shocked when the rumors were announced and then
like people
confirmed by
like
thing.
like Ibra had 30 goals in like 29 games for LA Galaxy. Like he went off. Like and he went back to Europe after playing in the MLS.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You could say it's, but I think Ibra's bigger. Thierry Henry's 100% bigger. Beckham's bigger.
Oh, didn't Thierry Henry go back to Arsenal after? Or am I wrong?
I
Or
no.
when was the Thierry Henry signing? I have arguments with my brother all the time if Thierry Henry's better than Aguero. Like the video if you think Thierry Henry is better than Aguero, and comment down below if you think Aguero is better than Thierry Henry. Um, so yeah, he did go to Arsenal on a loan and he only played like 4 games and scored once.
Mm-hmm.
So he did technically go back to
And
Arsenal.
I didn't even mention like Wayne Rooney, Robbie Keane. Do you know how much goals this guy was scoring when he was in LA Galaxy?
Yeah,
He scored
but
83 goals.
was his signing actually? I actually do think Insigne, the announcement for Insigne right now is actually lower than the how big it was for TFC to sign Jermaine Defoe.
That
Well,
was a lot of
because
hype.
Jermaine Defoe was part of the bloody deal, which was obviously iconic in Toronto FC, just because
Yeah,
that was their splash. But in
yeah,
terms of reputable signings, all those guys are still ahead of Insigne.
Insigne.
Robbie Keane, Thierry Henry, David Beckham, Lampard's of the world. I guess Lampard kind of is whatever.
I'm actually
Pirlo was
looking
big.
back at like
Kaká was big.
I'm looking back at the Jermaine
Zlatan.
Defoe signing. I think it's just when players come from like England and shit, their announcements are a lot bigger. And if you look at like especially the Italian players, like Giovinco signing wasn't that big. People are like, "Oh great, we
Bro,
got
it
like
was big in
scraps.
the States.
We got scraps from Juventus." And then
Are you kidding me? No,
all the
that was
Italians are
big.
going crazy cuz it's an Italian player for
Dude, that was
TFC.
still a big transfer. No, that
No.
was a big deal. Yes,
Bro,
it
I don't remember
was.
being that big of a deal. Jermaine
It
Defoe
was
was a bigger
100% a
deal.
big deal.
Jermaine Defoe was a bigger deal than Giovinco.
Jermaine Defoe doesn't even count because his was part of he wasn't even the same. He came with Michael Bradley. That's what made him so big because it was the same time Michael Bradley signed. They kind of signed him together, so that's why theirs was bigger. But just Sebastian Vinkel was a big fucking deal.
I don't
Anyways,
know. We could argue about this
No,
all
no,
day.
no.
okay.
I'll give you an outsider's take on this. I think Jermaine Defoe had like a lot of forced hype. Like there were so many ads from TFC about him.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were trying to
Yeah,
like
because that was the
restart the
bloody
team or
deal,
something,
man. It's
but
iconic.
there was like no hype for any other player remotely close. Like they were not even advertising their team; they're advertising the player. They're
Yeah.
like
And
Jermaine
Bradley.
Defoe is coming. There's so many ads. I still can remember all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like no player since then. I don't even think like any other Toronto team has had like that much
And man played
push
for a
forced
season
hype.
and dipped.
Yeah, I know. And he
Yeah.
was so bad too, like relatively,
He
like
was
Giovinco.
alright. Obviously, till Javinko. Javinko, you could argue, is one of the best
Well, yeah, that's who we're
players of all
like.
time.
That's who we're like talk. That's who we're arguing about, Giovinco and
We're not talking about. If we're
Defoe.
talking about performance, then you're gonna
No,
take
like the
out.
signings. We're talking about this,
Well,
like the
overall
initial
hype.
Yeah,
signings,
how big of
right?
a signing
And
was.
then you
Yeah,
said, oh, he only played
David
for a
Beckham's
year.
number one. There's no one that's gonna top David Beckham,
I don't
unless
even
Ronaldo or
remember
Messi
his
come.
announcement,
Unless
but
until
I would
Messi,
have been young.
if or until Messi or Ronaldo come, there won't be bigger signings till David Beckham.
Yeah. Well, then again, I don't think there would be a bigger signing than David Beckham because look at the MLS when David Beckham joined and look at the MLS now, right? There's like rules for David Beck, like about like big signings like David Beckham and stuff. And
What
we
do you
don't really
mean?
see that now.
What do you mean?
Like he was like
Rules.
he like his signing marked like was like an essential marker for the MLS. And like from
Yeah, what do
that
you mean
point
it's part of
on,
rules?
they added rules like then they had like DPs for because of the David Beckham transfer because they're like, oh, you can't like sign all these fucking players all at once.
I don't know. I can't remember. I
There
don't think
are
so.
I'm pretty sure there are quite a things that the
I
MLS
don't think David Beckham
implemented.
started it.
It would have been around the same time. That's what I'm trying to say. Like he also like blew up the reputation for the MLS, and then his signing led to a bunch of other like top tier players signing in the MLS.
It might have been because his fucking contract I know was fucking like insane.
Yeah.
It was like insane.
So I'm pretty sure like we could go over
I'm
like a
not
whole video on this, but I'm pretty
sure.
sure
I'm
they
not
had like
gonna
quite a
100%
few
disagree with
rules.
you because he was fucking in a huge contract. So it would be
Anyway,
surprised me if
do
that
you
was
want to
the
get to
rule.
the next TFC signing?
Yeah. So the next
Yeah.
TFC signing was Shane O'Neill. I really like that signing. Solid MLS experienced
Mm-hmm.
defender. Does take up international spot, but I think he might have.
Does he? Isn't he American?
No, he's
He is
Irish.
Irish.
Irish, but I think he has he's been in America enough. I'm gonna double check that. When in doubt, transfer market.
Because I didn't see that he took up an international spot. Yeah,
We have
he has
lots of
American citizenship, so he is.
yeah, because he's been long
He
enough.
doesn't take up an international spot. How long has he been here? Oh, bro, he was in the Colorado Rapids Academy. Like he's American. He's been in the United States national team. Like he's been in the setup.
Oh, okay.
He played
No, but I know his
U23s and
experience because when
U20s.
I didn't really know much about him, but when they announced him, I saw that he was Irish, so that's why.
It's just that he was born in Ireland, in Middleton, and he has dual citizenship. Because, yeah, he started his career in 2012 out of the Rapids Academy, started playing in 2015-2016, and then he went to Cyprus, Belgium, back to Cyprus,
He's a
Cambridge, NAC Breda, another team in the Netherlands. Then he went to Orlando on a free. He's only been signed on frees and loans. Then he went to Orlando, Seattle, and now he's at Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's solid. Solid pickup. Like I said, Insigne is big. Obviously, that's gonna make a big difference. But is it gonna make you title contenders right away without other pieces? No, it's not. Getting some good center back depth, may even starts depending on what happens with other signings that they're planning to have. But great depth.
Yep. And
To the
then
homegrowns now. Luca
Mhm.
Petrasso signed from TFC 2. Obviously the brother of Michael Petrasso, as most of you will know, is a left back, the left foot. Played most games for TFC 2. Is he gonna play for the first team? I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna get minutes. I'm assuming he's gonna get a chance. I don't know if it's just gonna be play him, then he's gonna be part of that next gen league that MLS is starting.
Ooh, it
I
might.
don't know. I'm assuming they get this. I'm at least gonna assume that this signing means they're giving him a chance in preseason to come and impress.
I could definitely see
Um,
him becoming like the second string left back. Like I don't really see you pushing
I don't
Mavinga
think he'll
out to the
jump.
left. He's played there before, but I don't really see them
I don't think Luke Petrasso is
doing
gonna
that.
be second
Who's
right
our
off the
who's our
bat.
current left back? Who's like current?
Kamar Lawrence, Kamar Lawrence,
Okay, so yeah, I
more
don't like. I could
retired.
see him squeezing in behind him, but I don't necessarily think he's going to be the second left back because I could definitely see like Alro playing there if we need. But then again, we don't have another
Mhm.
right back. I'm
Well,
pretty sure Ralph Prizzo's
that's
played left back at some point.
We're not gonna play Prizo left back.
Yeah, but we played. Who was it? Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy or was it Jaden Nelson at right
We
back?
played Jakil, and that was right wing back and a
Yeah,
5 in the back.
yeah.
That's
So.
different. And he's a winger, not a holding mid. Also, kind of confirmed, but TFC hasn't confirmed Kobe Franklin. Remember a bare time ago I shouted some random right back from TFC Academy. That
Well,
was
it's
him.
because he won the Defender of the Year, right, for TFC or TFC
Oh,
two.
for USL.
Oh, that's it. Yes,
USL
USL.
USL. I know he won USL Young Player of the Year, or either Defender of the Year, Young Player of the Year, and then he was in the 11 for USL too.
Mhm.
Um, right back. So we're talking about who's gonna come for right back. He's also another fullback. So that's nice to see. Whether they're gonna give him chances, I don't know. We've seen in the past that TFC don't really give out chances,
Mhm.
especially when they're in dire situations like that. And now that they're trying to win, I don't think they're gonna be willing to give young players as much of a chance.
Mhm.
We'll see. But I definitely think Kobe Franklin is definitely higher ceiling. He is an 03, so he's eligible for the U20s, probably be part of the U20 camp. We're gonna talk about what happened to that camp that was supposed to happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm actually really excited for Kobe Franklin. Doesn't mean Luka Petrosov is no prospect either.
Yeah.
But Kobe Franklin's definitely got the higher ceiling. Um, on the way out, so Dom Dwyer went to Dallas in exchange. We got 50,000 in GAM and the third overall. No,
No, we
or
gave them
wait
the
a
third
second.
overall pick.
Yeah, we gave him the third overall. I was like, what the fuck? We didn't give
Yeah,
him. Oh, there's my first. Was that my first time swearing this? Is that
probably.
my first time
I don't know.
swearing?
I think I dropped like
I
two or
wanted
three F bombs at
I
some at
wanted
this
to
point.
last the whole podcast without swearing, but apparently I didn't. Okay. Why does my camera look so fucking? Okay. Anyways.
Oh no, bro.
That's number
Okay.
two
Yeah.
swear.
So we got 50,000 again. We also gave him the third overall pick.
Mhm.
They took off the contract Tom Dwyer that Ali Curtis schmuck ass signed. Gave him big money for not big money, but good amount of money for a guy who wasn't super proven.
Wait,
It
who?
just did really good in training. Dom Dwyer.
Okay,
He
Dom.
gave him,
I thought you were talking about the next person. I was like, what are you saying about this guy, bro?
yeah. Then Rich Laryea, obviously 9M Forest. I'm pretty sure it was 1 milli, and then there's like a selling percentage.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming that's if he has a really big year and maybe a another championship team. I doubt but maybe like a top tier one, like if Watford get relegated or Fulham, or if a team from another league tries to come in for him. You never
Mhm.
know if he blows up. Then they get the percentage. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, obviously this is.
Jason did not react to that at all.
No, I thought about it in my head.
Uh.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
So.
thinking about being like,
Mhm,
"Yo, Nottingham Forest,
mhm.
glad to have you on board" or something. But
Also, respect the bed, Oz. I showed it there, like the tiger print. Anyways,
Uh.
okay. Yeah. So, um, pretty much confirmed that he got offered a big ass contract. TFC. They
Mhm.
said we're not gonna end your way, but if this is the contract for if you want to stay, this is the contract we're gonna give you. And he made a decision. He wanted to go to Europe. That was his dream. So they weren't gonna stand in his way. They let him go. They got the money, and now you just gotta replace it. It's good for the national team. Yeah, solid for Laryea. Hopefully it goes well. Disappointed he didn't get to play against Arsenal. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
But he's probably gonna verse another Premier League team because they made it to the next round.
Yeah, exactly.
So hopefully I get to see Richie against a Premier League team to see where his level's really at. Omar Gonzalez went to New England on a free. I think we talked about that last
No,
time.
I think it happened before. Or sorry, after the last podcast.
Yeah, maybe it didn't. He was on an age. His legs were gone. Pretty much only a set piece.
Yeah.
Excuse me, set piece merchant right at this point. But shout out to him. He did his service. When he was good. He was good. So
I'm surprised he went to New England because they're like a title contender, or they used to be when
they want
last year.
experience.
But like his legs are completely gone, and I'm pretty sure they have other set piece threats. So I don't think he's gonna be like the only one there. It's
Well,
not.
it doesn't mean he's gonna start. He could just be there for veteran presence, and we don't know if he's gonna play or not.
Yeah, maybe like in the locker room or something. You never know.
New England with Bruce Arena. If it's anything, that's a place you're gonna want to go. What the flip's happening here?
Next signing, I'll talk about that while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Julian Dunn. I'm pretty sure we talked about this last time. He went to HamCam, which is the team that Theo Bear plays on, or does he still play there?
I think I pretty sure. Yeah, no, 100%. But if it's not permanent, it's still a loan. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
But yeah, Julian Dunn also left on a free. Yeah, it just didn't look like he was gonna make any like breakthroughs into the first team. So
not necessarily with the opportunities weren't going to be there. We want to have a big crazy winning season. Center back is not where you're going to want to give the young player a shot to and play the risk. Center back is not where you're going to want to do that. So
and I do think, in my opinion, that Singh is better than Dunn.
I don't know. No,
well,
I think
it's
Dunn,
close, but I think Dunn is definitely gonna be worse in the future.
No,
I think Singh will be a little better. That's just my opinion.
Dunn's still gonna be. Dunn is really much better at one-on-one defending. Singh is better at distributing the ball, but he's kind of a defensive liability for a center back, and he's pretty.
I don't think he's that bad. I don't think he's a liability.
Dude,
defending isn't his strong suit. It's not like his.
Yeah,
he's just really good.
It should be if you're a center back.
He's really good at transitional play.
So I think
when he wins the ball, I don't think he loses it back a lot. I don't know. He's not that bad. You're making it seem like
not bad, but compared to Julian Dunn, I think Julian Dunn is gonna be better than Sam. Also, Danny Diccio departs the club. I think it was third. He's been here since the
15
beginning.
years. Yeah.
Obviously the famous first ever goal in Toronto history where everyone threw the seat cushions onto the field. Sing it in the. Oh my God, I'm a fake fan here. Is it the 30th minute? I can't remember. 21st or somewhere close. They always sing Danny Diccio song. He was the coach for. I think he was like an academy coach at one point. He was a technical director at one point. He was I think last was a TFC 2 coach, but obviously mostly known for his playing days. He was really part of the club. Like when you think of Toronto FC, you think of Danny Diccio. But you know, it's life. And time goes. He was a good servant, and maybe an opportunity will rise again for him to come back to the club. But that's not the plan. I don't know if it was.
I think it's more of him like trying to get into coaching, and like maybe he got an offer elsewhere. I didn't read the full thing, the full announcement. So he might have said where he's going. I don't really know. But yeah, now we got some rumors. We'll start with the outs.
Well, yeah. So outs. Obviously, Jaquil pretty much almost confirmed that he's going to Liverpool. And just on his story, posting he's with Salah, Harvey Elliott. All Liverpool guys are following him. Well, not the main guys, but mostly like the Kai Gordons, the Mortons, the high prospect guys. Following obviously Harvey Elliott too. Yeah, that's gonna be big. I think I don't think he was going anywhere else. I think I think it was supposed to go to Chelsea after, but I can't confirm. All I know is that he was at Arsenal first, and then he went to Liverpool. I don't know if it's a transfer agreed or if it's a pre-contract. I don't know how it's gonna work. I know he'll have to be here until he's 18. He can't leave, so I know that 100%. But it's most likely he's gonna go to Liverpool based off the way they've been treating him. Probably spend times with the U23s. Maybe get a shot at the cup if they're
I don't really see him starting over Harvey
like
Elliott.
FA Trophy. I'm talking about like FA trophies and stuff
Oh,
like
FA
that.
trophies are different, yeah.
Trophies, care about cups, early rounds, give him a shot. We'll see how he does in the U23 in the U23s first two. Obviously, Liam Millar was famously there before, won Academy Player of the Year. Liam Millar, he never really got a shot, so
Yeah. But then again,
we'll see. It would have been clutch.
Were you expecting Liam Millar to get a shot over people like Salah and Mane and
Dude,
shit?
they wasn't even playing him in the cup. He made one appearances, like he wasn't even playing him in
Yeah,
the
but who was
cup.
playing over him? Harvey Elliott?
Dude, Harvey
Harvey
Elliott
Elliott was
wasn't even
definitely came a little later.
Harvey Elliott wasn't even a thing when like Liam Millar was trying to
Oh,
break
but
through the first
like
time.
Curtis Jones is probably starting over him and stuff back when he was playing like left wing.
I don't even think at that. I think that point Liam Millar. I'm actually gonna see who was on that team that he was on that year. Oh, nice. It does. Why is it not coming up? This is so annoying.
On transfer market?
No, just like I'm searching people up and it's like not coming up right now. I don't understand. Um,
Liverpool.
Let me see the U23s in 20 would have been 2017, 18 maybe. Or was it 20? I think it was 2018, 19. So I'm trying to think the people that he would have been up against at that time. No, 17. It wasn't. He wasn't
In
breaking in
2017,
yet.
2018?
No, I'm saying 17. He wasn't breaking out yet. I'm looking to see 18, 19. Was it? Yeah. 18, 19. So yeah. Markovic was still on the team. Solanke was still there. Brewster was still there. Ben Woodburn was still there.
Macho.
Ojo was still there. Ryan Kent. I think Curtis Jones was a center midfielder at that point. Think that's it in terms of people that were there. But yeah, he wasn't getting his chance. It would have been clutch for him to be there playing first team ready, or not first team ready now, but in terms of be part of Liverpool now, because he probably would have got a chance with Salah and Mane completely out. They aren't super deep that in the FA Trophy. They're gonna still have world class players. So it would have been nice to have a
Are you
chance
talking
now.
about the
But
FA Cup or the FA Trophy? Because the FA Cup is
FA Trophy, the checkered trade trophy, the Carabao
yeah, okay.
Cup,
So like the cups that
even the FA Cup. If you get a really good draw,
yeah.
like you could play him and like Minamino and like Origi for 92nd minute goal or some shit. Anyways, now we already talked about Nelson Anderlecht
Did we?
last 100%. It was literally
Yeah,
on
but it's
one
still
of
a
our
rumor.
thumbnails.
It's still a
It was
rumor.
on one of our. He's on trial there. I'm pretty sure it was on trial somewhere else. I can't remember where else he was on trial, but he's on trial there. Hopefully, he
Do
makes
you
the
want me to
move
look him
too.
up on Instagram, see if he had
He wouldn't have anything on Instagram. If anything, it would
no
be something on Twitter.
Twitter? I'll check.
Yeah, probably would have heard something.
Jaden Nelson. Um, Apparently Jaden and Nelson are two very common names.
Like Jaden Nelson.
Maybe if I look at latest.
Anderlecht is. It would be the last news I know. I think they talk about something else, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything with like new teams or anything.
Yeah, it's only him. Also shout out to Simon Cole. I just saw him on my Twitter feed. Simon Cole scored today for PSV 2. So shout out.
And then
Where were we?
Soteldo. You know more about this than I do.
Teldo. I think it had something with their paying his wages, and then he goes 1 year loan back to Soteldo, to Sao Paulo for option of buyback, and then to pay 50% of the thing, though, how much he's owed in bonus, or like it's some technicals, something like that. I don't know full. I just know it'll be loaned back to Sao Paulo for that year with an option to buy. I could tell you that for sure. That the link is to Sao Paulo. That's all about.
Was he
Much
at
I
Sao
think that's around.
Paulo before?
Yeah,
No, was he? Yeah.
that's where we bought him from. Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of the end, there's a lot. We're gonna breeze a little quick through this
Mhm.
because there's so many. Um, Andre Bellotti, obviously, they've been talking about that just because Insigne, as it currently stands, we are the biggest offer he has. He's waiting for teams, but no
Mhm.
one wants to match
But I'm
what
gonna be
Toronto has
honest.
right now.
I'm gonna be honest.
Mhm.
When I put this down, I did say that there's a 10% chance that I think this is gonna
Uh,
go through.
I
Transfer
think there's way
markets
more
did
than
say
that.
15.
I think it's more than that, to be
I
honest.
think it's this
He's just
low because you have a bunch of teams inquiring, a bunch of big teams inquiring, like
yeah, but
Arsenal, Tottenham, Manchester United, AC Milan. Do you think Belotti's really gonna play for the money, or do you think he still wants to be like in the conversation,
doesn't
like
have
in
to
the top
just be
leagues?
for doesn't have to just be for money. It's also like living style too. As kids, instead of going to to be fair, England has a good schooling system
Yeah.
too.
So
But
like,
he's like it said before, the Ancelotti is waiting for teams to match TFC's offer, and no one has matched his
hmm
offer. He said he's gonna wait till the contract runs out and see if anyone match. If no one matches the offer, then he's either gonna have to take the pay cut or he's gonna go with us.
yeah.
But that's what was I saw on Twitter. That we gave him
What
offer,
percentage would
and
you
none of
give
the,
it then?
I'll give it 25.
25?
To be honest, 1 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Akinola contract extension. Do you know the exact
I didn't
amount?
hear anything about it. It's just like
No.
people are. There's like
I
one
know he's.
website that was
I don't know
linking
when
it.
he. I don't know when he comes back. I don't know what the numbers would look like. I know
hmm
I saw him like he was on that treadmill that like it's
The
like
wait
your legs
list,
are in.
the wait list treadmill. Yeah.
Yeah, the way in this treadmill. So he's trying to get back. Even Prizo, we were talking about him before. Like I'm not sure he's back. He would be back by the beginning of the season.
hmm
I'm
But
not
he
sure.
he has a contract though this season.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just talking
Akinola
about.
is technically a free agent if I'm not
Uh,
mistaken.
uh, I think technically he is, but I think it's kind of like what an RFA would be like in
Yeah.
like kind of like a restricted free agent for
hmm
people that know American sports.
hmm
Crescito, another guy, higher percentage probably. He's on the older
Yeah.
side.
For these
He's
I
played
didn't
left
put
back, center back.
for these next ones, they're not percentages, they're just age. Just so you know.
Crescito, really experienced center back, left back. He's very versatile. He's the captain of Genoa.
hmm
Obviously, like you said, we're trying to solidify that back line because other pieces we need to have other pieces to really compete.
Yeah.
That would be super um solid signing, help Insigne, kind of them being knowing Italian, kind of help each other.
Yeah.
Um,
It's I feel like this is just like I feel like in the contract for Insigne, you know how like in Football Manager you could put like, oh, sign like a
yeah,
suitable player to help like get into the team.
yeah,
I
that's
think
what
this is one of these
I
signings.
just couldn't find the word I was
Yeah.
looking for.
Like Crescito, honestly, he could start in any of the positions, left back, left mid or center back. I think
Mm.
probably like you said, center back's probably a little more realistic for him. But at the same time, like what are we gonna do with Mavinga? Right? Mavinga's a great center back. Are we just gonna bench
Yeah, they
him
could.
for Crescito? Or do you think
No,
one of
you
them's
can
gonna
play
move over
two.
to left back?
No, I don't think they have to move left back. Also, it's nothing wrong
Two
with playing.
left-footed center backs?
There's nothing wrong with that. People play two
Yeah, I
right-footed
know.
center backs.
I know that's why it's just some
Um,
coaches are find it a little weird. Um,
it's kind of weird, but it's unorthodox.
yeah,
But it's not like it's something very bad. And also,
yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with keeping Mavinga as depth. If he wants to, if that's something he doesn't want,
hmm
then I'm sure it's talked about what would happen if he were to come
Yeah.
in. I'm
It
sure
looks like
Mavinga knows.
Mavinga loves the club because he wants to bring in the player that we have last on the list.
No, he does. He's very, very active on Twitter, on just socials about
hmm
posting stuff. So yeah, he not just the club but in general, he's very out
I'll
there. And
check
I'm
if Mavinga
like
has said anything
he,
recently about the
I'll
last transfer while you get to the next one here. You probably know more than I
check
do.
it. Yeah, so Carlos Sulcido, obviously Crepeau saved his penalty in the Gold Cup in the semifinal. Did play for RSL for a little bit. Um, Mexican center back, for you who don't know, he plays on Tigres right now. 28, so he's in his prime. He's a very solid center back, like we talked about. We had Crescito. Sulcido's another option. I don't know if that means buying both of them, which your center back depth is like really good at that point. Best in the league, arguably. with Chishito, then you have Sulcido, then you still have Mavinga. Oh my
Mhm.
god, why am I blanking on who would be the fourth?
A fourth?
Do we have? Yeah,
We
do we
don't.
even have? I
I'll
think we had
check.
one, right? Oh yeah, technically Singh.
Shane O'Neill,
Yeah, I know I said Shane O'Neill, but
Chris
I don't think
Mavinga,
there was.
Shane. You
I don't.
said a fourth
I
center
don't.
back. Shane O'Neill would be our fourth center back at that point. If we sign Crescido, so what's this guy's name? Uh,
Mavinga,
Sulcido,
Shane O'Neill.
Mavinga, Shane O'Neill, and then the fifth one would
Yeah,
be Luke Singh. Yes, he's the one who's listed on Transfer Market as the last
yeah.
person.
So hopefully go for both. That would be sick. Also, both of them would have to be on non-DP spots for this to work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Obviously there's rules and you could buy down people's contracts. It's like there's some weird. I think that has to do with the GAM. Honestly, don't even 100% know what GAM is, but I know how
It's
like if someone's worth DP money, you could like buy down their contract by
yeah
giving more.
that yeah
There's like
it's not
it's
quite
all
DP
technical rules.
contract. It's just if you have someone signed to a large contract, what you could do is for the salary cap,
Yeah, you could buy
you
it
can
down with
the
your.
general allocated money goes into the salary cap, so you could buy down
Mhm,
players' contracts. You could buy down
mhm,
players on a regular MLS contract. You could buy
mhm.
down there if you really wanted to. You could buy down uh,
Yeah,
half of their salary. I think it's up to half of a player's
yeah,
salary.
max half, max half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, rumored Milan Borjan would be clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't think that Bono
Okay.
Westbrook did that bad. What?
So what I
What?
heard for this is someone was saying I forget what website it was. Someone was saying is because Alex Bono makes more money than Quentin Westberg, is that you should because Bono's making like 428 US dollars a year. So what they're
Mm-hmm,
saying is moving Alex Bono because Westberg's
hmm.
getting paid less,
Yeah.
but even though Westberg's more experience, he'll bring like experience to the squad, blah blah blah. And then if you bring in Borjan, the thing that I'm worried about is why would we have two goalies that are about the same age? They're both 35,
Well,
right?
because you're trying to win now.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
Bono's 27, and he's probably a little better. He's better at shot stopping than Westberg,
well with all the
right?
players we're trying to sign, the salary cap's gonna come down to it. So you're
Yeah,
gonna
if
have
the
to
salary cap
leave as
becomes
much space as you can. If that means bring having to leave a go like departure a goalie who's younger in age, but compared to another goalie who's just as capable, maybe even better, keeping watch because he's older and you're trying to win now. I think those are the things you're gonna have to do if
Can
you
I
want
be
to
honest
make
to what I'm
space.
thinking though? If we really want to get, if salary cap really becomes an issue, I say we still try to bring on Borjan. Worst case scenario, we could loan out Alex Bono 100% of the wages or
I
whatever.
don't know if that's a
I'm
thing in
pretty sure
MLS. Is that a thing in MLS? I
it
don't know.
has to be. It's a thing in soccer. I don't
Yeah,
think.
but also trades are not really a thing, and like you can't really trade GAM and other stuff, and
Yeah, but
that's not a
like
soccer
there's
thing.
other stuff
MLS
that you
is
can offer in the MLS, right? I think you
I
could
know, but
definitely
no,
still
I'm
do
just saying
that.
because you said soccer like MLS has normal rules. They don't. I don't
No,
know if
I
that's
think
what
you
I'm trying
can
to
do
say.
that.
And even if you loan Bono, what all those players you signed are gonna leave next year? No, you're still gonna have the cap issue again
Mhm.
if that's one of the reasons why that's happening. So
Yeah. Shout
you
out to
probably get some
William
good
Nylander, by the way. He just scored.
assets too, for Bono and MLS. If that's either money going abroad or getting some GAMs, some picks, some extra international spots, some
Mhm.
more DP spots, or it won't be a DP spot, but in terms of stuff like that, you kind of get that with
Let
Bono.
us know down in
Some
the
good assets.
comments. Let us know down in
Um,
the comments if you guys want
mhm.
Westberg or Bono as TFC's backup goalkeeper if Milan
If
Borjan
yeah.
comes in. And the next player
Uh,
we got is what
when did you add this guy?
who I call lack of threat. We have Alex
Wh-
Lacazette.
When did you add this guy?
I added him like when I made the thing, when I made the
Yeah,
doc.
yeah, I know. There wasn't
Basically,
really super that much
yeah,
links,
there
but
there aren't too many links, but there was a website that did link Lacazette to the club still, and it looks like there's still being, it looks like there's still some attention, like we're still like keeping an eye on Lacazette. I think if the Bolachi deal
hmm
doesn't go through, we'll go for Lacazette. The thing is, I think
hmm
he's going to be offering too much money, but agent
hmm
Chris Mavinga is trying to bring him to the club. I'm pretty sure he
no,
tweeted
that was
something about
like
it, or was it a
no
bit of
that
a
but
meme?
no he tweeted about it, but it was like years ago. It was like years ago,
I thought he said
like
I
when
thought he did one recently.
It was
I
years
think my
ago.
I think my brother showed me something. It must have been on like Instagram or something.
We literally we literally quote tweeted it on
Did we?
our yeah. If you go to our
Yeah, I'm on
check
it
the
right
quote,
now. Oh,
we
I
literally quote
just
tweeted,
went
and
to.
it was a post from like 2018 or like maybe even before that.
Did we retweet it recently?
It was it was like when we talked. It was a while ago.
Mm,
Yeah, it was from 2019.
damn. But yeah, I still think we should try to bring him in. Honestly, there was a link to him, so I'm not gonna 100%
Well, it's just
discredit
because
it.
he's off a contract, but
There's
I think the
definitely
main
like
goal
a
is
two
trying to get
percent of this
Velocity right now.
happening, like extremely low. I'd
I don't
even go
think
like
I don't
1%.
think too.
I think
I
there
don't
might
think
be a
it. Oh,
1%.
1%. Um, also, well, that's it. But obviously, I'd take Velocity over him.
Yeah.
Um, also linked Lucas Mcnaughton, the Defender of the Year for the CPL.
Hmm.
Technically Canadian American, also like Belgium, and like he's like technically has like 4 nationalities really.
Okay.
Obviously really good, would be really good for the league. Would be some good depth for Toronto center backs.
Hmm. Well, he's probably better than
Held
Singh, in my
himself,
opinion.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Would help. Would held himself really pretty good when he went up against MLS teams in the Canadian
Hmm.
Championship. So I think that's worth a shot. I don't know if that's still happening, but it was a few days ago,
Yeah.
heavily talked about, heavily linked. Yeah.
So I think that's it for TFC. Unless you want to add something, Jason?
In terms of obviously
No?
the MLS, also the MLS draft players came in, but we're gonna talk
It's
about
like
that when we get to the Canadians.
Yeah,
it's
Jason, you're.
like Gio or something you guys kept saying.
Oh,
Hmm?
what?
What's like Gio that you kept saying? What is
Geo?
that?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Something.
Javinko.
Giovinco, yeah.
He's
Oh,
possibly coming back too. That's
Yeah.
true.
Also, can you reset Discord real quick?
am I really laggy?
Yeah.
My internet sucks.
To see it.
Yeah, I even made a cool transition. I'm trying to be like quick when he gets back.
Oh, how smooth was it? Think you
Kind
hit
of
that
smooth.
shit?
But when I went back to the
Kind
two-person
of.
one, it still had the Christmas logo on the top right. It is what it
Oh
is.
my god, you saw the Chris
Am I all
logo?
buggy? Doesn't look like it.
No, you're good now. You're good now. But yeah, when we say Gio, we mean like Sebastian Giovinco. You remember
I
who
thought you
that is, right?
Yeah, but I thought you were talking about some like I don't even know. It's like, oh, we're gonna trade for some Geo or something. I was
Nah.
like, are they trading like Geo dudes or something out here for
Oh, you mean
Pokemon?
GAM?
Oh, is that it?
GAM?
Gam?
Yeah, yeah.
GAM is
Oh.
like it's like we explained it. It's like
Yeah,
general
these
allocated
Yeah.
money that we're just allowed to use like against the salary cap, pretty much. So like if
Mhm.
we have a player on like if we want to cut down our salary cap, we can use that general allocated money and cut down on a player's contract up to like half of their original contract. So
Oh.
if someone's getting like 10,000, if someone's getting like 100,000, no, like 400,000 in a year, we can use the 500 and make it 350 instead. Like
Mhm.
so, like for the salary against the salary cap, it's 350, but we're still paying the player the 400,000.
Yeet.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. It's a little complicated though, because I'm pretty sure there's like rules again about like there's certain rules about who you could use the general allocated money for, and I don't really know too many of that. So you want to jump into York
Also, wait,
United?
before we go, no, before we
Yeah.
go anything, people were roasting Bill Manning just because he said that he went and signed a player just after watching the Euros.
Mhm.
Why do you don't have to go in him first off? Like big clubs do that too. Real Madrid literally signed James Rodriguez just because he scored goals in the World Cup.
Yeah,
So I just
exactly.
wanted to get that out of there.
Bro, but why are they
Um,
roasting? Who the hell's roasting
dude,
Bill Manning? Bro,
MLS Euro snobs.
he
Anyone that
signed
hates MLS.
Insigne. Like
I know.
anyone else could have signed Insigne
No,
if
but
they
he's
really
saying the
wanted
way he
to.
signed it because he searched up on Transfermarkt and he based his signings off watching the Euros. So it's
Yeah,
just people that that just
bro, it's
hate on
called
MLS every
scouting.
single
It's
thing.
called that's scouting though.
In my throat.
Bro, you watch tournaments and you scout players. That's scouting. Like that, it happens all the
I
time.
just
Is it just different
it's
because it's
just
the
people that
Euros instead of like the U20 or U19 Euros? Like that's bullshit.
no, they're just saying because uh, I don't know. It's just people that just hate on America in general. They kind of
Also, it's
who
like
can be
yeah.
like
So
that too.
like you said, like the Euro
Who-
snobs.
not necessarily ones in like well, there is ones in US, Canada too, but like the ones in
I
UK,
hate
just literally hit
I hate those
anything.
people with a passion. Oh my
Dude,
days, they're so annoying.
but in the UK, like literally, I remember there was like they roast every single chant we do. Like literally, if half
To
of
be
your
fair,
chants,
some of our chants are shit.
if you did half of the chants, if we fucking did the chants that they did and we put in the video, you think they would be roasting if freaking Seattle was doing "You're getting mauled by the Tigers,
Okay,
mauled
yeah.
by the Tyson, we're blowing bubbles." They would
Okay,
fucking
no, no,
roast
no.
us.
The blowing bubbles is a classic. You cannot roast that.
But if American team was saying that, they would say that's some cringy shit. They
Yeah.
would say some dumb shit like that.
To
They
be fair,
roast it.
what was that American one? Was it the referee's a wanker? Or
Yeah, if we
yeah, but like Americans saying like
literally,
English slang is cringe. I will give
but that's what
them
I'm
that.
saying. They literally say if because we have it because it's not a English accent. They just think
Yeah.
it's retarded, which is stupid. But
Oi,
whatever.
man blowing that R word, he's so pissed.
It just pisses me off.
Okay, so let's get into York
York
United
United.
now.
Yeah, York United making some big moves.
Well, one's a lot
Some
bigger than the last. The first one's a lot bigger than the last one. I'm gonna be honest, just by looking at. Then again, I haven't seen any of these players yet.
First one's bigger than the last one. Which one's the first one? Highlight the one you're talking about the first one. Because I don't know what you mean the first
First
signing or the
one
first one on the list.
on the list. On
I
the
don't think
list.
it's way bigger. It's still like, but in terms of
They're
reputation,
still big players. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
it's some people with good reputation from Europe. Some young players still with some good ceilings
Mhm.
coming in, believing in the process. Coming in, great work done by I think their head scout's Alex Blazari. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
I
Shout out
think it is right,
Alex.
or is it? I
I'm
think it
pretty
is.
sure it is.
He's
I
head
could
scout
check.
at York United, making moves. But obviously, I'm assuming there's lots of parties involved in it,
Yeah.
in bringing them in. Obviously,
I'm pretty sure
done some
also
scout.
every CPL team has scouts. Like like
Yeah, yeah, obviously,
when we
but
were
yeah,
at the which game was it? The Ottawa game.
Edmonton. No, I think it was
It
Edmonton.
was your uncle
No,
said
it
that
was
those might be Edmonton scouts
scouts. It was Edmonton
because we played
scouts.
them in a few weeks and they were looking at their
No, it was like
phones. I
next
think they
week.
had a clipboard or something. I'm
I
not
don't know, but
100% sure, but they had
they
their
were
phone
dressed,
out.
bro.
They
No,
were
and they were
dressed
wearing like
up.
what are those coats called? Man was like
The
they were
down
trying to
coats.
no, but trench coat. Like man, try to
Yeah.
look less suspicious than wearing a freaking trench coat.
But they still had like a dress shirt on, I'm pretty sure.
They did.
Yeah.
Hold on, what the fuck just happened here?
I
I don't know
am
what just
looking
happened.
at their club directory. Yeah, he is the scouting manager, Alex
Is this
Bizzari.
guy?
But I'm not sure if he's probably not the head scout.
I don't. Is he? Is it
I don't
not? Oh,
know.
okay, I'm not sure. But shout out to anyways.
Hmm.
Yeah. Some really good reputational players. First Eduardo Jesus. Left back he could play all
Okay, so
around
we're
the
gonna,
left.
gonna go at the bottom of the list first. Okay, I
Yeah.
see.
Eduardo Jesus. I think he mostly goes by just Eduardo. I
Hmm.
think his Instagram just says Eduardo. Brazilians like they're using one name.
Yeah.
He does have 6 youth appearances for Brazil, so he was once highly touted.
Hmm.
Um,
And we did pick him up
last
as a free
play,
agent
yeah, all
because
these guys were picked up as a free agent. Last
actually
played in.
apparently the Danish guy was not.
Well, how
Apparently we
much did
just
we pay?
bought him on a free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eduardo. Yeah, 6 youth appearances for Brazil, youth appearances.
Hmm.
Previously played in Serie B, which is not Syria like B in Italy. Serie B and Serie A is also the name of the Brazilian league. For people that didn't know.
I thought you were saying
I don't know if it's
Syria. I was like, what are you talking about? Syria, like the country.
yeah, no, it's
I was
Serie
like,
B.
what?
Yeah.
He's Brazilian.
Really solid signing. Possibly means Abzi could be on his way out, as
Maybe, or it
rumored.
could just be depth.
Could be depth.
Hmm.
I don't know. Either way, it's a that's a good signing.
Hmm.
Daniel, I don't want to say his name. Obakir.
Obashar,
Is that how you say the
Abekshar,
center back? How do you say
Abekchar,
the center back? Who has that the one from Milan? Because the center back from
Kayer,
Milan has this.
Kayer,
Yeah, Kayer. So it's
Abekayer.
Oba Kayer. We're gonna
Yeah.
assume it's Oba Kayer. Okay. Center
Okay.
back 19. Also, I forgot to mention Eduardo was 19 years
Okay,
old.
hold up. Let me try to say this one more time. Obekayer.
Oba
Probably.
Kayer. Okay, I don't know. If you mispronounce it,
I'm
tell us
gonna
in the
call
comments
him
how to pronounce it.
Daniel
If
from
you have
now
any
on.
Danish,
We're
Daniel,
calling
go
him
just go Daniel.
Daniel for the
Yeah,
rest of the podcast.
came from Odense.
Odense
He has
BK. They're in
19 youth
Norway.
appearances for
Or
Denmark.
sorry, yeah.
Very tall center back. I
He's
saw a little bit of his highlights. I
yeah.
didn't fully watch it. I remember I started watching. I had to do something. Looks like he has a good aerial presence. Just his presence in general, him being a tall center back. I didn't see how much if he's good with his feet. Oh, I love how you did that.
Yeah.
That was elite.
I was able to
Um,
get the A and the E to connect.
yeah. So we're gonna see how good he is. Either way, I think it's a smart signing. Not only just in terms of reputation, bringing players with youth appearances on big national teams, but just like bringing them 19 promising, a 19-year-old who's promising like that,
Yeah.
and giving him a shot. It's not like they had to pay. So,
And when we say he's tall, on Transfer Market he's listed as 196, I think, and that's about 6'6.5", I think.
Yeah.
So it's like as tall as me and
Yeah.
James. A little James.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jason is a little shorter.
Yeah, Jason's like 6'1", but we're Matthew in Air Maxes is 6'8", so
Yeah.
I'm only 6'5". So
Unlucky.
You lying.
You can see if we were lying if you watch our latest video.
Yeah,
The link will
there's
be
only
in
one
the
way to find out.
description.
Exactly.
Yeah. Get us to how
And-
many likes? 10 likes, and we could release the Thick Boy tier list. So
there we go.
let's hit that mark.
I still don't know what that is.
The Thick Boy tier
Soccer-
list?
A tier list on soccer players from how thick they are from S to E. What do you mean?
Yeah. From S to like pencil.
E. Well, pretty much S tier is gonna be called P tier. That's pretty
Yeah.
much confirmed. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, to the next signing, the more notable one doesn't mean the other ones weren't just as noticeable because they were big signings as well.
Well, this guy has played in quite
terms
a
of
few
reputation,
academy teams that are
the
pretty
reputation he brings playing in big academies, big market value. Had 30 youth appearances with 10 goals. Also pretty big. Can you get a height check on there? I'm pretty sure he's pretty.
He's 184, which is like 6'1" or 2, something like that.
I remember I don't know if it was just because when the highlights were because when he was younger and he was just like 6'1" from like when he was like 15.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
That's why he looked so big. But I remember seeing some highlights, I think, from when he was Victoria Plazan, and he looks like an out and out.
But yeah, his name is Martin
Gracia.
Whatever, something like that.
He
is a striker.
And he's Czech. He's Czech. He's Czech. He's 22 years old. Once was, like I said, the other one's highly touted, obviously, with the youth appearances, but also more notable because of his interest from Arsenal and Fiorentina. I think he was technically bought by Fiorentina for a little bit, right?
He was at those teams. He was at Victoria Pleasant, Arsenal, and Fiorentina.
But Arsenal wasn't a transfer. Fiorentina was the transfer, right?
I can find out for you right now.
So he's played at some very notable teams. But yeah, it looks like an out on 9. Not gonna beat you.
Okay, so you were saying that what is a loan? He got bought from. So he was loaned to Arsenal's U18 for 110,000. I'm pretty sure there's also like a potential like option to buy.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And then that didn't go through. And then he got bought for 55,000 by Slovan Liberec in the Czech Republic. And then a year later, he got bought by Fiorentina for 1.65 million.
Yeah.
And then he went back on loan to Slovan Liberec. I'm pretty sure it was like a recall type thing. Like, you sell a player, but you keep him on loan for a year.
Yeah.
Then he went back to Fiorentina after the loan. And then 2 years later, the 1920 season, in July 2019, he went to loan on Sparta Prague. Then his loan ended. When his loan ended, he had a few months back at Fiorentina, and then went out on loan to Malda Boleslav. I think that's how you say it. And they're also Czech. On loan. And then he went back to Fiorentina on loan. And then a few months later, he got released from Fiorentina, or his contract ran out. It's more likely his contract ran out because it has been like 4 years since he signed his contract. So yeah, he hasn't been at the club. He hasn't been with the club since October
Mhm.
15th.
Mhm.
But yeah,
No, but
he's
it's
still
still yeah,
insane. He
a
still
player
has
one
high
spot.
transfer market
Yeah.
value.
Yeah, but like I said before, he's not gonna be breaking the lines with this pace stuff. He's an out and out 9.
Hmm.
I'm assuming he's gonna slot right in there. I don't know if they're gonna play 2 strikers. I don't know what Nash is really gonna do yet. We don't really know.
Hmm.
Because I kind of want to see Laryea Wright get some
Yeah.
lots of game time. So we're gonna see what happens there.
Well, if you look at York United and
Yeah,
like the team that
I
we
think
have
some
right
really
now,
good business from York United there.
if you look at our team just real quick, why isn't it loading? Okay, here it is. All right, we do have a bunch of strikers, or at least attackers. You know what I mean?
Well, we
Like
released
Gutierrez
better
is more of a
forward.
10, but he could also play as like a
He's
false 9.
no, he plays. He's
He's
played as an 8 too. He can
Has
play
he
in
played
the
as an 8? I
yeah.
guess yeah. And then Lowell Wright, obviously.
Mhm.
Cabrera, we do not know what's happening with him, if he's staying or if he's leaving.
I don't know. Yeah.
Mateo Hernandez plays more as a right winger, but he could also play as a striker, apparently.
Mhm.
We also signed Mamadou Kane this
Play
season.
up front. Yeah.
And then we have Gracier, right? So I'm assuming Gracier is going to be our first striker.
Well, I assume they're gonna give him the chance right away.
Yeah. I think it's
Well,
going to be
yeah.
him and
Yeah.
Cabrera, in my opinion, with Lowell
Mhm.
Wright coming off the bench. Because, bro,
I think they'll give Laurel right.
Lowell Wright
I
off the
think
bench is insane.
no, but I think they wanna. They'll give him. I don't know. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen.
Hmm.
I don't think they're gonna keep all these guys because I don't know how you're gonna be able to keep all these guys happy at the same
Yeah.
time.
He's
Um,
going to,
so
Martin Nash is going to have to be on his, Pep Guardiola shit, on just trying to keep everyone
management.
happy at once, which is
Yeah,
borderline impossible with how many strikers we got at the team.
yeah. Well, we don't know what we're gonna play. If we're playing 2 striker formation, he could make it work. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. But yeah, I like the additions.
What do you think of Daniel, though? Do you think he's going to start at center back? Because I still think
I don't know.
Sator and Jordan Wilson kind of solidified the back,
Mhm.
like as a duo. I think they work.
I think. Well, I don't think Jordan Nelson's officially resigned yet. Um, but
Jordan
I think
Wilson?
they're still
I'm
gonna.
pretty sure he has.
I don't think so. He might have. I can't
His
remember.
contract
But
expires November 30th, 2022.
I think Zator and I think Roger Thompson's still gonna come back. He was before he got injured. He was kind of the guy with Zator.
Mm-hmm.
In the midfield. Midfield in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they started with that, or if Daniel comes in, see what happens in preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Wilson did end the year off really hot.
Yeah.
So they're gonna give him a shot to try to come back. I'm assuming, but
Yeah.
is he gonna start? I don't think he's gonna be starting unless he continues the form he
Mm-hmm.
had back at the back end of the season.
And I'm gonna be honest, I think we kind of need another goalkeeper. I'm not sure if I think I saw on Angus McNabb's Twitter,
We
the
do.
president for York United. I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure that we're looking into a few other players. Like, I don't think it's gonna be the
No, I wouldn't
last
be surprised.
business we
Oh, yeah,
do
no, I
before
don't
the
think
season
so.
starts.
Also, it wouldn't be surprised if some players are also on the move.
Exactly.
Um,
I'm
whether
I would
that's
be
some is it
yeah.
go whether that's some of the players that were previously brought in that didn't get a chance to play because of the pandemic, or if
Hmm.
it's young Canadians moving abroad or ready to make the jump to MLS. I don't know,
Maybe. Because yeah, I
but
could
I
definitely
wouldn't be
see
surprised if
Absy
there's other
getting signed
moves.
by like TFC or something.
I could see Ozzy making the move, even Sweden, or if he gets another shot, another MLS team.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised. We saw Max Ferrari had some interest. I don't
Hmm.
think Isaiah Johnson's going to take the step yet. Laryea Wright, I don't think he's going to take the step yet, but um, we'll see. In terms, Chris Onside I really liked, but I don't think there's lots of interest in him right now, unless I haven't heard any.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about it for that. So
Do
Javier
we have
George.
anything else? Oh, we do have a little bit of CPL news. David, did you just say Callahan?
It's Kalanick. Yeah, I can't
Flanagan?
say it. I don't know.
He left his duties as the president of the CPL,
No, the
commissioner,
oh,
commissioner of the CPL,
commissioner,
because he wants to
commissioner.
focus on actually getting a team in Windsor in the CPL, which I think
Well,
would
yeah,
be
it's his
pretty cool.
hometown. His
Yeah, it's his
hometown.
hometown. It's
Well,
just more.
technically the Essex County, which is basically like just the whole tip of
Mm-hmm.
Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Some people are saying that market won't work. Some people are saying it's gonna be a good market. The population's pretty good. I think it's far away. It's so far enough where it's not gonna be in the way of the other Ontario
Mm-hmm.
markets.
I
Like
do
I
think
mean
they'll be
Ontario
able to get
markets.
like London and like
Um,
Windsor in their like
But
market as
I
well.
think their plans is also to get a London team, so I don't think they're gonna go that. But even if it,
Just like for now,
um,
you know what I mean? Just like until they
I
get a
don't
team
know.
in London, or Waterloo.
Windsor is still a good city. I wouldn't be surprised if that means some partnership with Detroit City FC, who's across. Make a
Maybe.
partnership there. Maybe dip into a little bit of the American market too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's because it's right on the border. Um, so yeah. I think we'll see what happens. Shout out the Stockier brothers
Mm-hmm.
from Leamington, Ontario, which is basically in Essex County,
Yeah, it's like just south of Windsor, if I'm not wrong.
east, southeast.
Yeah. And
Okay,
James,
so
you could take
Can't
this.
no, this just can't. So now we're gonna get into the Canada section of the podcast. I kind of want to go over quick the draft picks, the Canadian draft picks that went in MLS draft. For people that think it's nothingness, we've seen players, specifically Canadians, really um pop off after coming from the draft. Alistair Johnston, Tejon Buchanan, Dane St. Clair. Oh my god, I know I'm missing names.
Wasn't Schaffelberg in the MLS draft?
No.
No. Or sorry, it was
Um,
like Griffin Dorsey, right?
Griffin. We're not talking about Griffin Dorsey's not even Canadian.
I know, but he
Um,
was in the
mm,
draft.
in terms of Canadians, those are notable ones. I'm probably missing a big name too, and I forgot. Oh, Kyle Lauren, Richie
Mm-hmm.
Laryea, all those guys came from the draft. So, I'll gonna go in order. There was 3 first-round picks. So first one is Tani Olawasi. He was from St. John University.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like a forward, winger.
Mm-hmm.
I think winger type striker. He's born in Nigeria, but he was a Mississauga native. He spent most of his time with GPS Academy.
Mm-hmm.
For those who know what that is. Um, next one taken. Oh, that was 17th overall, by the way, to
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota. The next person clean off the board was Ovante Mullings, or some people just call him O. He was drafted by New York Red Bulls from FGCU, Florida. I think it's Florida something Coast University.
Florida
I can't
Gulf
remember the full
Coast University.
Probably Gulf Coast. He was really highly regarded in the draft. I remember because I watched the draft back after.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they were kind of talking about he was kind of lots of teams were very interested in him. Kind of like the way he was kind of talked about in the way Daryl DK was the year of the draft. How lots of people really interested. New York Red Bulls actually traded up to get him, so I know
And
they're gonna give him a shot, especially with next gen now,
they also
the
took him
next
in
gen league,
with the 20th pick.
20th pick, yeah.
Yes.
Um,
I got the next one. I
so
got the next one.
No, I was just gonna say Avante. He was from Toronto, and is actually played on FC Durham. So for those who know who FC Durham is,
Yeah.
we actually used to play against them. I think he's a
Wait.
2000, so he wouldn't have played against us. But
Well, I
yeah,
mean, we could have because we were all ones. So, we
no,
could
but
have.
2000, I don't think we would have played. I don't think we would have.
But with the 23rd pick,
We never played up.
we never.
Never played up.
Okay. But with the 23rd pick, Colorado drafted Mohamed Omar from Notre Dame, or Notre Dame, if you want to say it like that. I don't know too much about him. I just wanted to say because it's Notre
He's
Dame.
also from Toronto. He spent time with TFC Academy. He was also at that high school that Schaffelberg went to. It's like in the New England area. It's like some prep school, but for soccer, he spent time there for I think after TFC Academy
Mm-hmm.
or before. Yeah, after TFC Academy, he went to at that same place at Schaffelberg. I'm pretty sure he is like a good 8. Like he's a big, not a big 8. I guess a big 8, but he's a little thinner, but he'll like power through more than
Yeah.
you think. He kind of has a Mark Anthony K build, kind of. The next one off the board was Luke Gavrin, drafted by TFC on 31st overall, so that was the second round. He's also from St. John's University. 6'6" goalkeeper. He's 6'6". Speaking of goalkeepers, that's one. A 6'6" goalkeeper. He's from Hamilton, Ontario. He spent time, I think, in Hamilton, Croatia team. He's actually in Dynamo Zagreb's academy for a little bit, and then I think I don't know if he went straight Dynamo Zagreb to St. John's University or if he went back to Canada or somewhere else to pursue opportunities. But he's Canadian. Obviously, that's interesting prospect. 6'6".
Yeah.
Next one off the board was Nathan Dos Santos, drafted by Orlando in the 46th overall, from Marshall University. He's a center back. He was from Oakville. He played on TFC Academy for a little bit, mostly with Sigma. I'm pretty sure. Like I talked about before, one of the Sigma guys. Then one of the next ones off the board, TFC actually went Canadians with both of them. They didn't want to make the mistake of not taking Tejan Buchanan, even though I still think if Tejan Buchanan went to TFC, he wouldn't be who he was now.
Yeah, for sure.
Took Rashawn Walks in the 59th. I don't know. They took Rashawn Walks at the 59th overall pick from TRGU. I forgot. I'm not what that. I think it was Texas Rio Grande University.
Yeah.
He spent his time actually in Masters Academy, so I know we played them, but I don't know if he's a 2000 or a 01. But I think he might have been a 2000. We might have played him because I remember we played Masters FC quite a bit when the SAC was league. For those you know, Ontario played Academy Soccer and SAC. You would know that.
Yep.
The Masters FC, obviously big now in League One as well. Other guys who didn't get drafted, Simon Trentfillo, he was from Providence College. He's from Burlington. He was a Sigma guy. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a shot at Forge. Preston, I think it's Pop. He went to UNC Charlotte. He's from Quebec, but he was really raised in North Carolina. Charles August, he's from Creighton University. He's another Montreal guy. He's also played in the PSLQ. So, yeah, those were the guys from the Canadians from the MLS draft. In terms of transfers, actually quite a bit went on during those 3 weeks we weren't here, especially with the January window now. Obviously, Wolves took Coriano out of the loan to Sheffield United. He wasn't getting as much game time as they wanted. Also, was being played out position wing back. So they brought him. Actually, I think MK Dons is like rivals with Sheffield. No,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Was,
Or no,
yeah.
So MK Dons are rivals with Wimbledon. I know that for sure because they used to be Wimbledon, then got American owner, and then relocated.
Yeah.
Because the American owner just thought that English teams were like NFL franchises, but no.
Yeah, so he actually played today. He actually almost scored a beauty, but didn't end up scoring. While Dave recording.
That's why you wanted to. That's why you're like, oh, what is League One on TV?
No, I also had a bet on the game, but
was it for Corbiano to score?
What?
Was it for Corbiano?
No, it was just for them. It was for them and Wickham to win, and I did end up winning the bets.
Life's tough.
What?
Life's tough.
I said I did win.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't win.
No, I won. I almost put a prop bet to Corbiano to score, but I didn't do it. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Lots of Sheffield fans were actually like pissed that he was leaving and pissed at the manager. They've been pretty pissed at the manager the whole season. I forgot it's something more, I think. And they're really mad because they're saying he was one of their best players, and they're pissed that he was leaving. So that's kind of good for Theo in terms of like that. He was doing bits.
Yeah.
Hopefully MK Dons. I'm pretty sure they're fighting for promotion right now. Like they're really in the dogfight to get the championship. So that'd be to get into the championship. They're in League One. Yeah.
I could check.
Not League One Ontario for those of it's a League
Imagine they thought we were talking about League One Ontario.
Yeah, but
they're fifth right now. They are 7 points away from automatic promotion, but they're in the scrap for the playoffs.
Yeah.
If it ended right now, they would be playing Wigan in the playoffs, and Wickham would be playing Oxford United. So it's close.
So Luton, Nottingham Forest, we kind of went over that. Mitrovic, it's kind of been rumored all the teams that were kind of coming in for him. Originally, it was just Red Star, and then it was Red Star and Club Brugge. Then there was links to Leicester at one point, and then Partizan was kind of the mix. It's kind of been confirmed, but not really. I think Thomas Neff says that the offers are in, and she's kind of choosing between Anderlecht and Red Star. I'm not 100% sure, but I know all I confirm is that I think Thomas Neff said, which is a reliable source in the Canadian community in terms of Canadian soccer, that he's choosing between Anderlecht and Red Star. I don't know if that means he's got a contract already, or if I don't know, but that's where the interest is coming from, or he's choosing between them, I think. So that's a good move for him. Would have been interesting to see him in the camp that we're gonna have, but we don't. I wonder if he still gets called up though. But he has been obviously has been confirmed that he's 100% committed to Canada, so that's good. Copeland is now on trial in Germany. Obviously, was previously on trial with Braga. It says in Germany, and then someone said that his story said Stuttgart, so they're assuming it's Stuttgart. I don't know if that
But
means
Stuttgart is a pretty
100%.
big city, so it might be somewhere like it might be some smaller
Yeah, I don't
team
know.
in Stuttgart.
Well, I doubt it, because if he's going to Braga, why would you go to a smaller team if you want? If
Well,
because
there
then
might be
what's
like
the point?
I'll look up like soccer teams in Stuttgart.
Yeah, but you're saying like small teams. Like, why would you if it's not a team like at least a
Okay, but
reputable
like
team that
okay, there aren't any like other big soccer teams in Stuttgart, but you never know. Like Stuttgart could have been like a London, for example, where there's like 7 teams that are all like
yeah.
pretty big.
I think actually is no, okay, never mind. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so Chapman's hopefully that's good for him. Getting some good experience. Hopefully gets an offer. If he doesn't, hopefully he flourishes in next CPL and then makes the jump out. Also Chapman, Matthew's favorite player, is getting linked to Dundee United. That'd be a decent move. I think they're doing all right. In Scotland right now. They're also linked to another American player,
They
so it looks like
also
they're
have
looking in North America to help him out.
I think they also
Pardon?
have Tariq Muhammad. Is that who I'm thinking of?
No, he went. No, he went to Dundalk, and I think he's still,
Dundalk,
and
that's
technically
it.
he's part of York United now.
Is he?
Yeah, he
Oh.
played a few games at the beginning of the season.
No,
Fake
but I
fan.
thought he
Look at this
left.
month.
I thought he left.
No, I think they just don't play him.
No, I'm pretty sure
I
he.
could be wrong.
Whatever.
Fake fan, man.
No, I just
Yeah, and
I thought he
obviously
left. I thought he left. That's why.
some news that like broke at least the CPL Twitter. Taron Campbell and Hajapur. I still don't know how to say his name. Obviously, Taron Campbell was lethal for them. Hajapur won the Young Player of the Season, the CPL. Moved to Forge after beating them in the finals.
Hmm.
Both moved to Forge FC as a free agent. That kind of it was freaking berserk. It went crazy.
Hmm.
Um, and they were saying it was lots of drama. It's also gonna, but I kind of like it. Cause just one, cause it's not York United, and second, it'll have some heated matches in the CPL. Really create some more entertainment to the
Hmm.
CPL. And it got a lot of people talking about the CPL. So that was good in terms of that. But in terms of just like how you let them go, I don't know. There's all drama on that. If you really want to read into it, go on the Twitter and search up their names, and you'll see a million things on that.
Hmm.
Also, Tejan officially joined Bruges in obviously it's January. He played his first. I think he played 2 preseason match against Kazachstan. I think it's the team with the KSC. They're from Germany. He versus
Hmm.
them, and then he also versus Puskás Academy, which is the big team in Hungary. That's like I think like owned by like the federation, and basically they have all the money in the world. They just buy all the best young
Hmm.
Hungarian kids.
Yeah.
Um, no, I'm being dead ass.
No, I
That's
know.
like
I know.
I don't know if it's the government or if it's the federation.
I
Um,
think it is the Federation. It's probably the Federation.
mm,
Actually, can it? No, I'll check.
yeah.
Puskás.
Puskás Academy. Also Edwards went to LA Galaxy. Kind of wanted him at TFC. Would have been a nice pickup, but Greg Vanny kind of swooped him in. I was hoping we'd get him because of Bob Bradley and because he's hometown, but we ended up getting him. Johnson of Montreal. That was, I think we talked about that. Did we talk about Johnson in Montreal? I don't know, but that's very
No,
solid,
talk about it though.
really good pickup, especially for how cheap they got him. Well, not super cheap, but like it was good value, and Montreal could potentially have an all Canadian back line, which would be very clutch. Also, Johnson can be playing with Kamal Miller more often, and people playing with clubs together is better for the national team. Also, just some news for U20. There's a Matt Pasquale. It's on trial at Anderlecht and somewhere else. I forgot. Pierre Galindo confirmed that, so good for him. He's no longer with Heerenveen though.
Foundation for the Education of Upper Youth Education. I think it's
Yeah,
the
but
government.
I think it's some. I know it's like controversial. That's all I
No,
know.
I think it's the
Also,
government because
so
yeah,
okay,
it's like
so
Foundation of Education. Yeah.
mhm. The January camp for the U20s and the pre camp have been canceled because obviously all the COVID implications and the logistics with all
Hmm.
that. So I was kind of disappointed. Honestly, I was really hyped for a U20 camp, to be honest.
Yeah.
Kind of wanted to see what's happening. Looks like it might be rescheduled to March, so we're gonna see what happens there. Also the men's pre camp pretty disappointing too because I wanted to see guys like Diaz and Flores and maybe even a Jebsen. I doubt Jebsen because he burned Albion. They play during the international window and they need him right now. They're trying to do well in the league.
Hmm.
But guys like I really want to see Flores come to camp, but we couldn't get him, so I don't know when we're gonna be able to bring him in again. I don't know if they have another camp, pre-camp. It's gonna be tough now because everyone's gonna be in season soon.
Yeah.
So I don't know when we're gonna have time. Probably somewhere in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I don't know when the release squad's gonna be released. We're probably gonna do the podcast when it comes out. I think it's either 2 weeks from now. When we usually kind of leaves to like the last
Yeah, last
like
possible minute, like
last
Thursday.
possible minute. Like literally, it's gonna be last possible minute. So yeah, pretty much that sucks, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Life.
Yep.
Prem predictions.
Yeah, so now we got the Premier League predictions. I stopped saying last week because like we like sometimes
This
do
was,
Premier League
dude.
predictions, sometimes we wouldn't.
Not sometimes. It's just the end. We just saw. But yeah,
Yeah,
back
so
in.
back in episode 38, I do have
Mhm.
the results. James got
Keep-
2 points, Jason got 2 points, and I got 4 points.
What was this from the last week of November?
For no, December 12th was when we
So the
did the
2nd of December.
podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but the last two podcasts we didn't do prem predictions. I don't think.
Yeah. So the last time we did Premier League predictions was December 12th.
Okay. Okay.
But overall, that means James is on
Okay.
63, Jason is on
Yes.
45, and I'm on 78.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jason.
So first off, we got
West Ham versus
Norwich, and Jason is first. I think we got like 16 or 19 games or something like that this week, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's go a
West
little
Ham
quicker here.
1-0.
For who?
West Ham.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Both typed in at the same time.
Okay, it's fine. You're next, James.
I'm gonna go 2-0 West Ham.
2-0.
They're at home against Norwich. Yeah.
I guess I'll go 2-1 West Ham. I got no shame. I'll go 2-1. James is first for Brighton versus Crystal Palace.
Ooh, Crystal Palace. I think Elise is. I think Eze's back, so I'm gonna go 2-1 Palace. Even though I really do like what Brighton's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm next. I'm gonna
move on
go
next.
with 2-0 Palace.
Oh, okay, both went Palace.
I was gonna go Brighton, but I was like, maybe not.
Brighton 1-0.
Oh, and perfect. I go first for the game that I have to wake up early to watch. Manchester City versus Chelsea. It's a 7:30 kickoff, which is like 12:30 in the UK. I'm gonna go with.
It's a 7:30 kickoff. Damn, that's tough.
I'm gonna go 2-1 City.
I'm actually not want Chelsea to win too, which is bullshit. But life. It's
Jason.
Jason now.
Chelsea 1-0.
Wow.
That's what I was gonna go with, but okay.
Well, that was the result in the Champions League final.
I'm gonna go for a belter then. 4-3 Chelsea.
It
gonna
could
go
actually
1-0,
be.
but
I don't
might
think
as
it's
well
gonna
go
be a
with the
high scoring
belter.
game, but
Go with the
we'll see.
belter then.
Burnley
Sure.
versus Leicester. Jason's going first.
It was
Burnley.
Oh yeah, it is him.
1-0.
And it's not your favorite team anymore, Jason.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Fuck Burnley. I'm on Nottingham now.
Ooh, I don't know.
Let's
Burnley
go.
is at home. They did lose the Chris Wood though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they did.
Going to Newcastle, so I'll go. Fuck it, 3-0 Leicester. That's really risky, especially
3-0 Leicester.
away to Burnley.
I like the vibes you're putting down. I'll go 2-0. If I could type, Jesus Christ. For Leicester.
I was kind of afraid to put that because of away Burnley, man. Okay, it's me first. Newcastle, Watford. Watford are trying to fight for their life right now. Newcastle, same. This is going to be very important game in terms of who's going to get relegated. Newcastle are doing the best they can, spending the money on us. So let's go 3-2. I'm going big score lines today.
3-2.
Newcastle.
I'm gonna go 2-0 for Newcastle. And I think Kieran Trippier is gonna hold the fort down defensively.
Newcastle
They did
1-0.
knocked out of the cup by I forgot who.
Newcastle?
Oh, mine's
I
Newcastle.
Yeah,
Okay.
they did get knocked out. I forget who
Okay,
it was by.
Jason.
Norwich versus
Everton.
Everton.
1-0.
It's Matthew, no?
No.
Oh.
Oh, it is. I'm gonna go 2-1 Everton though. James or Jason, you're next. Yeah.
1-0. Everton.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
You guys type
1-1.
your yeah.
I'm gonna go 1-1. Norwich fighting for their life, basically do or die right now. They're at
Mhm.
home. They're gonna score a goal, but Everton's gonna put
Mhm.
one back. But I don't think no one's gonna win that.
So Jason is next. Wolves versus Southampton.
Southampton 1-0.
Ooh.
I don't even know who I want to go with. Southampton are decent form. Wolves, good team, man. 0-0.
Ooh. I'm gonna go 3-1 Wolves. Aston Villa versus Manchester United. This is actually big because Aston Villa just signed Coutinho on loan.
Also, Man U are in the bin right now.
Yeah, facts.
Is it me?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna go 1-0 Man United. Then Ronaldo penalty.
Ronaldo penalty. I'm gonna go with 2-1 United.
Ooh.
1-0 Aston Villa.
Man's going against the grain here.
Every
Oh,
time,
boy,
maybe.
Man U's on is in
1-0.
the bin right now in terms of form, and it
Yeah.
isn't it's in Villa. Home.
Liverpool versus Brentford.
Is it you?
Oh, I am first. I'm gonna go 5-0 Liverpool.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's at Anfield. I'm not sure if they're gonna have fans or anything, but I could just smell 5-0 every time I see a big team play a small team.
Isn't it Jason?
Yep.
James, I'll let you go first.
Okay. I don't think I'm gonna go as big just because some of our big, obviously Salamane, Afcon, they're not gonna be there, and I like Brentford the way they play, but so I'm only gonna go 2-0.
2-0 Liverpool.
We're going 1-0.
For
Burnley. Brentford.
Brentford. And Jason, I think you're next for this one. West Ham versus Leeds.
Leeds 1-0.
All right. That's the wrong one, but I got you anyway.
Wait, I'm pretty sure that. Oh wait,
Oh,
I
what did I
got
do?
you. There you go.
Ooh, I started typing and wasn't looking.
James, what do you think here?
Leeds are gonna. Their form's gonna come back. They're gonna have a great game and win 3-0 away from home. It's gonna be their
I'm gonna
turnaround
go with
season.
like 3-2 for West Ham. Up the irons, bro. Come on. Oh, and next we got the North London Derby, Tottenham versus Arsenal. James, I think you're first for this one.
Oh my God, Arsenal kind of good vibes right now.
Well, they did just lose to Nottingham Forest
Oh,
without
that's
Richie
true, dude. I
Laryea.
completely forgot. Dude, I literally forgot about that. I was like talking about how good they're in the league, but Tottenham are also changing their ways now. Conte's in.
Antonio Conte, not
This is
N'Golo.
screaming 0-0 to me.
0-0. Jason, what do
Yeah.
you think? Muted, by the way.
Tottenham.
Oh, you're good. I thought you said and I can hear it. Yeah, you're good.
Arsenal 1-0.
Arsenal 1-0. I'm gonna go. I could see this being like a 3-2 classic, but I'm gonna go Arsenal. Away from home. Burnley versus Watford. Am I first for this?
I went first. Who I think it's Jason now. No.
No, it's
We're going.
because you went first. I'm
'Cause
first. If you went first last
Oh
time,
yeah.
then it's
Okay,
me.
because I'm second. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
second. Yeah.
So Burnley versus Watford. I'm gonna go 0-0 or 0-0 if you're North American.
There's still no 0-0 is. I think. We're North American. We don't know 0 is. Jason, it's you.
My turn. Watford 1-0. No, big up. the boys, Burnley, 1-0.
Not your boys
that was
anymore,
gonna-
but okay.
I was gonna go
Hey,
1-0
listen.
Burnley.
I got a what do you call it? Commitment issues.
2-0 Burnley.
2-0
Really
Burnley.
going with the boys here. Silver
Next, we
risky,
got
but
Brighton versus Chelsea, and Jason is first.
Brighton, 1-0. Am I making terrible bets this week? I feel
No, but
like
you're
you're
putting it
definitely
in the
being more
wrong
bold.
spot. I'm
You're
gonna be
definitely
honest.
being more. You're definitely being so much bolder than you usually are. I'm so used to you being like choosing every favorite and every like
Yeah.
draw almost every game.
What do you
Oh
think,
yeah.
Brighton versus Chelsea?
I've only been choosing 1-0
James.
every single time. I don't know if you noticed that.
Hmm?
Every single one of my
Have
picks is
you?
1-0.
4-2 Brighton.
I thought you predicted a
Fuck
draw at
lads.
one point, no?
Fuck Chelsea.
No, they're all 1-0.
4-2 Brighton.
4-2 Brighton against
Fuck
Chelsea?
Fuck Chelsea, bro.
Yeah, no shot. I'm gonna go like 2-1 Chelsea. Leicester
Dude,
versus
that's bare
Tottenham.
games. Holy shit.
I mean, I
Ben
started
first.
playing FIFA, and I suck. FIFA is
Yeah.
incredibly hard.
2-2.
It is, and it's bull. This FIFA sucks too.
2-2.
Matt, it's you.
Leicester Tottenham. I'm gonna go 3-2 Leicester.
Ooh, something just
Oh,
happened.
nice.
Oh, nice.
When I play FIFA, I keep skying the ball. I can't
Yeah,
figure
you
out how to
need
like
a-
actually shoot
Give him
on
the
net.
tips.
Yeah,
and
you need to work on it. It's like muscle memory for me. He just like shoot.
1-0 Leicester. You guys didn't even say your scores, but okay.
I said 3-2
Oh,
Leicester.
1-0 Leicester.
1-0 Leicester. Okay. Matthew.
3-2 Leicester. And you're 2-2.
No, but Brentford, man. You got to Brentford, man. You
Oh,
now.
Brentford, Man U. Let's go. Jason's first, no?
Oh, I am. 1-0 Man U.
All right. James, what do you think?
I think the firepower is just gonna come in, and Man U's gonna have a really good game today. They're very inconsistent. They're gonna have a really good game though.
I'm
I
gonna
know
go
it's away to
I'm gonna go
Brentford, but
2-1 Manchester then. If everyone's going for Manchester, I'll go for Manchester. So now, James, you're next.
Ooh,
Watford versus Norwich. This is gonna be an important game for relegation teams.
I don't know what vibes I'm getting right now. I'm feeling like so much. I'm gonna go 2-0 Watford.
2-0 Watford. I think it's gonna be like
I'm fighting for my life, man.
1-0 Watford. I really want Watford to win.
Ben Foster.
Yeah, I want them to stay up. Yeah, Ben Foster. I'm not even sure if he's allowed to have his GoPro in the net.
No, I don't think so. Also, he fucked himself up at the hashtag United
Yeah.
charity match.
Didn't he like
24
try a
hour
bicycle
period.
kick or something and got
I
hurt?
don't know, but I know he got hurt. And it was like a 24-hour
Yeah.
football game challenge or something like that.
Jason, what do you think? Watford versus Norwich.
Norwich, 1-0.
All right.
It's gonna be such a big game for relegation.
So yeah,
and
that's
the new
it
capital
for
N.
our predictions.
I gotta say something.
Mhm.
What do you think is the sexiest jersey?
Right
in the
now.
world.
Can't-
Oh, right now.
Yeah, right now. 2022, I guess.
I don't even know. Let me search up. I'm gonna search up this to see what would be in contention. Let me search up 22. Good.
I do
there's-
not know. I'm pretty sure there's like one team with a sick jersey that I'm gonna
There's-
forget. But I honestly really like West Ham and like Aston Villa's and like Burnley's
Oh my
colors.
god. You're gonna say that's the best kid
Nah.
of freaking 2022?
But I just like those colors.
Oh,
Has there ever been a jersey or a kit that you've seen that, like, in the past, you're like, fuck, that's like so much better than
Oh,
everyone else's?
dude, there's this the Fiorentina jersey with the 7-Up is fire. I like that one.
Yeah.
That one's fucking iconic. I also love Club America has this one that's so fire. It's like from way back. That is sick too. Those are some of my favorite jerseys.
Let's see, 20
It's like
best jerseys of this season. And then I'll probably just like see one.
like the one with the collar.
Oh,
that one's
The
like,
Borussia
it's
Dortmund
so
one.
fire.
It didn't pop up yet, but the all black Borussia Dortmund jersey looked
Okay.
sick. Jason, the jersey was literally all black, including the logo was blacked out, the numbers were blacked out. It was sick. And then Arsenal kind of did something for the last game against Norwich,
Mhm.
or not Norwich, Nottingham Forest, where it was
Mhm.
all white. But I like the all
Oh,
black one. The all black one was sick.
clean.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
only like soccer jersey that I can think that's cool is like the PSG Dior,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like
or like
something
Dior was
Jason
the
would
title
pick.
sponsor or the jersey sponsor, kit sponsor. I
Arsenal's
don't know.
away
It's cool.
jersey also looks sick. Sorry, their third
All
jersey with
time
like the
though.
zigzags.
Fiorentina 7 Up sponsor jersey, and then the Coca-Cola. I'm not the oh my god, Club America one that has the color on it. Those are my favorite.
Liverpool's away kit doesn't look too shabby. The like beige
In terms
one
of this season,
with the collar.
I wouldn't know. I didn't even play FIFA I haven't played FIFA in a
Inter
while, so I don't
Milan
even know what
snake
jerseys
jersey looks
are.
pretty sick too. I don't know. There's a few good ones.
Hmm.
Let me see here.
But yeah, unless you guys want to add anything else,
Ooh,
that
oh,
would
that's
be it
true.
for the podcast.
Pirates have. Oh yeah, that Ajax one was crazy too. Oh dude, Venetia's one. I
Yeah.
just saw it here in that fucking list, bro. The Venetia one's cool too.
hmm
I don't know why they have some shit
Jason, what do you
jerseys
think
on
your
there
favorite
sometimes.
jersey is from this year?
I didn't even search up those things you were talking about because I know my computer is gonna like be all like
Yeah.
glitchy. Um, I the only one I can think of that like I thought was a cool jersey was like the Dior PSG jersey.
Yeah. I need to look that one up actually. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
the
that in a
Venezia
while.
black jersey and has the gold like Fila thing on the side,
Oh
and then
yeah,
has the
yeah, yeah.
VFC and has it's not Fila. Oh my God, what's the name of that shit? People always wore the pants back in the day, not like a few years ago in high school.
Well,
Huh? Kappa?
They used to Kappa. That's it.
that
How
it?
did I guess that out of all of them?
Well, they sponsored a few jerseys, so I can
Yeah.
Yeah,
remember
but
that.
that one's like the black
Are
one.
you
It's
talking about the
gold.
PSG one with like the collar on it? The like weird collar? Where it has like Dior on the chest and it's like kind of fade a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I kind of like it. I don't fuck with the collar, but I kind of like where it's going.
Yeah, the Venezia black jersey. Um,
I
And it
feel like
has like
PSG.
Jordan. It has Jordan, right? It's not like Nike.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like the color.
yeah,
It's like blue, but it kind of looks gray on when
damn
they've
crazy.
photoshopped it onto Mbappe. It doesn't look like he's
Atletico
wearing
Mineiro's
it.
away jersey is crazy.
What?
I'm just looking at some of the jerseys on this list.
Yeah, I
Crazy.
know. There's like a few good ones. And the thing is, I feel like jerseys are like the biggest part of a club because like if you're a small club and you have a sick jersey, then like people are gonna
stands
buy your
out.
jersey just because they like it and not like because of the club or anything. It's a good way to like introduce people to your club. What do you guys think? You think I'm
Yeah,
just like overthinking it and it's like not that serious?
I'm I'm just
Well, I
honestly
think
looking at
I
more
think
kits
like
to see which ones I like.
I think jerseys are part of like the promotional stuff, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
why like teams advertise have advertising on them. It's
Yeah.
like a big deal to the club to have like a
Obviously, you make bare money
cool
from that,
jersey.
especially for a big club.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at like the Dior one that PSG have. They literally just have
Oh,
this jersey
dude,
to sell. I don't think they played with it.
did you? I think you
Yeah,
mentioned it. Never
I
mind. I
think
think
so
you mentioned it.
too.
The Inter Milan one, right? The one with the
Yeah, the
snake.
snake one. Yeah, the snake
Yeah,
skin.
that
That's
one.
sick.
I'm looking at that one. Yeah, I like that one. That one looks sick. I like that snake one. I like the Venezia gold one, and then oh my god, the other one I mentioned, I already
I
forgot what
think
it
we
was.
looked at the same list.
No, I'm looking at different ones. I'm like clicking on multiple lists because I want to get
Uh,
all that.
but yeah, is that it for the podcast?
Mhm.
All right. So if you made it this far, you might as well like and subscribe. I'm surprised you haven't already. Um, if you
You
want, you
don't
can
know if they
follow
have, to
us.
be honest though.
What?
Technically, you don't know if they have because technically they could have, but
Well,
maybe now they
technically,
undid it because you said that.
but then they redid it because you said that. Because you called me out on
Oh,
it. Yeah, yeah. Because they were about
Yeah,
to
but now because you said that, now they're gonna undo it again.
maybe, maybe I should just stop talking and you could like and
There you go.
subscribe. No,
Jason,
but
you want to do the outro today? I think Jason wants to do the outro
man,
today.
we love you guys. Thanks for watching.
I'm also sitting on a stool, so my ass is killing me.
all right.
So I
But
hope everyone enjoys that.
before we go, follow us on social media. They'll be down below. And I don't think I have to say anything else. It's been a great comeback episode.
Mhm.
And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.